Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this new series, which is called Ytarimypoy, which is a Tocharian name for this series. It's a Tocharian name, which roughly means, the road or way, and that's for the Tarim part, and the Poi part is referring to country or government or land, and of course, put it together, then it could mean, in a less literal sense, the country of the Silk Road, which that name only exists if a Tocharian were to rule the kingdom title of Khotan, which is ruled by the Vijaya dynasty, which is of a Khotani Saka origin, which they are well known, and in fact they are the oldest recorded dynasty in this game. They've been around since, in fact, it'll say it here, it's been around since 85 AD, although maybe slightly earlier than that, whenever that man first came around. See, born there, so there might have been someone that predated him, as far as the country's foundation is concerned, as it has a long title history, with a little brief interlude, which I don't know what that was about. So again, not too familiar in this part as compared to the Tocharians. And one thing I never discussed, which I didn't have the time for in that previous episode, was to explain the history of Krorän, also known as Lan, as its modern name is today. Anyways, time for me to go seduce another woman to be my potential next wife, as long as it's not a ruler, is an adult, is a woman, and single. Yes. And of course at a young age. So just look it up. Again, I have my tastes, and also it has to be at a much closer distance to where I live. Because further than that, then it lowers your chances. And I know I could marry him right now and seduce, but no. I'm the kind of person where you gotta seduce a woman first, and then you make her your lover, and invite her to the court, and then you get married without some other guy telling us, no, you can't marry this woman because reasons. When she's in my court, that means the orders is gonna come from me directly to marry the person. Yeah, that's how I operate. At least for this character. Which again, mostly none of the Indian women that I want to seduce because of distance, obviously. Where is that at? That's too far. Ooh, don't want that. That's inheritable, so don't touch her. As I said before, this man has his tastes. Salmonid. That's not too far from here. But be mindful, she's a Muslim. 0% chance because compassion dislikes deceitful. And of course the distance, and also the opinion because of religious differences. Cultural acceptance. Irritable. So no chance at all. Could have been a 1. But keep looking. Start from 21 again. Rot. Because I'm just looking at locations for any of these single ladies. A Tocharian woman. Hey, there's somebody that lives close to me. Good stewardship, good. And is from a dynasty. Chaklik. Aha! Pressed claim. Okay. I'm gonna need her. But, yipe! I know she's arrogant and likes ambitious. Speaks Arśi-Kuči. Okay, you know what? For once, I need to marry this woman. Will not, because too many existing alliances. I know there are too many existing alliances. Oh, wait a minute. I'm allowed to, again, I'm allowed to have multiple spouses, but the matrilineal, it's like, okay, you can't seduce, but what about romance? Makes a little difference. Also, was it? So it's 90 as compared to seduce, which is minus 60. Okay, so base is plus 5. We speak the same language. So that's minus 80. And then that. No, no chance. Damn it. Again, they've been in deceitful characters, and it is a sin in our religion. It's politically important, but I can't get her. Now we know how. Arśi. That's from Arśi. Karasha. Oh, deceitful just like me. But this is an unpressed claim, so it won't matter. But, hey, I want another wife, alright? I don't know why you say, I want another wife. You can have another wife. Yes, you can. That is the difference. Want does not do to, it's like, oh, I don't like this woman because of this sort of thing. You can have multiple wives. And if you feel if her skills are better to serve as it, you could switch as primary spouse, which would allow her to join the council. Now all I need is a sucker. What I mean is that I'm gonna fabricate a hook on this guy and get him to pay me money. Let's get this on the road. And I mentioned the Krorän dynasty. Prosperity through the bow. It was founded by founded in 612 AD. So as you can see, the dynasty tree. There's me. My father was Bimbisara, and grandfather was Silarakite. And it continues to go further. Samuel. This is my great-grandfather, great-great-grandfather, great-great-great-grandfather. And there's great-great-great-great-grandfather. Or, I don't know how many greats. But still, this is the founder of our house. In which he was honest, compassionate, diligent soul. A true Buddhist. Yeah. And also our dynasty in the past used to hold Kumtag. But when did we lose that at one point is another question. I'll get to you in a moment. And Kumtag. So I lost it a year ago. Oh, a year before the start date. That's what happened. They took it from me. And I have a claim to that and I want it back. Freeman's fortune. Purika, a free tenant renting some of my lands in Krorän, has pulled an exceptional harvest this season due to meticulous planning. She wishes to use some of her profits to purchase a piece of my estate so they could build upon her success to grow more crops next year. Oh, I would like to have money, but 50 gold? I can get 50 gold by other means. But I'll just say, learned peasant? How novel. You must join my court. Egad, she's intelligent. Well, looks like I found wife number 4. Right here. I could also make her a primary spouse also. How old are you? 24? Good. You get over here. I know you feel insulted, but don't you worry. Stick around, because I'm going to seduce this woman and marry her, and then I'm going to seduce you and marry you, because that's how I operate. It's for the fun of it. Let's see. But now it's time for me to lash out at somebody. You over there. Were you born such a troll, or did I come later in life? And you, don't think that I see you. It's only for about a year. Don't worry about it. Just lashing out the stress relief. Because I'm that kind of person. How much is that? 50 gold! Okay. Now I kind of want to pay homage, because remember I said before about me kissing up to my liege? Well, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna be that kind of guy. I got the prestige for it. Receive a weak cook on me. Receive greater taxes levies by my contract. Receive a gift of gold from me. Nah, just demonstrate submission. Receive only my oath and homage. Can only pay homage to the same liege once. Taking a knee. Servants usher me to Ytarimypoy's great hall in Kocho, where he sits on the throne waiting to hear my pledge. I kneel at my feet of my lord and pledge the many oaths of homage. With that, the ceremony is complete. I have nothing to offer my Ytarimypoy except my promise to faithfully serve as a vassal to the Arśi-Kuči. Boycott bids me to arise and confirms his satisfaction, along with my rights to the lands I rule in this stead. Hail the Ytarimypoy. So we got a bit of a noun, a little higher opinion of me, and I gain a little bit of prestige. Just to say, hey, we're with you. And since you like me a little better and you put me on a council, I kind of want something from you, even though... Hey, I wait the day till you get your 50 gold up, and then you'll pay me. You got that? One second. Okay, I'm back. But beware. You're going to be very stressed. I already am a counselor. And you know, that problem of living here is the development. Although the development growth is slow, but I would like to increase it. Such as resettle subjects. Gotta request them to transfer a fraction of his capital population to my own. In other words, get his people over there and help me increase the development here. I am escorted into the throne where he beckons for me to approach and address him. I carefully explain the disparate situations of the Kamarti of Krorän and Kocho, and what could be done to redress the balance. After listening to the speech, he smiles warmly at me and states, "Absolutely, vassal. I shall dispatch my agents immediately to take care of this matter." Well, thank you, my liege. So what happens is that the development level over in Kocho will change by -2. So he sent his people there. While my development changed from 4 to 2. So it's plus, from 2 to 4. It's because it's +2. But there's a negative of that, and that is a settlement influx. The holder of this county has requested a transfer of people from the Liege's holdings. So this will hinder development growth while lowering the popular opinion. It'll be worth it. Because of that, in turn, he gets some court grandeur and a little more opinion, I would say, because he accepted this petition and I don't need to negotiate with him. And we gain a little bit of renown for our respective dynasties together. Thank you very much. This will definitely help increase a little bit of the tax and the levy size. But of course, you take a sacrifice because of the popular opinion. But this effect will last until 5 years. 5 years. And of course, I'm a little stressed, so I better study the art of scheming again. I better go hunting. Just to get rid of that stress quick. Okay, I'm back. So 38 stress versus 38 stress. This is cost less. Can't go to Donghuang again until a much later time. This does not reduce stress in one of those little events. But hunting does, so 38 I'm 35, so I'll definitely lower the stress level, but I'm dangerously close to having another mental breakdown. So sound the horn right before I have a mental breakdown, as I'll be hunting right here in my own land, which is now more developed than before, but not too developed. I mean, look, compare and contrast. Two. This is all next to Lupno, whereas in other places is more developed. With the oasis cities out there. Just for examples. Anyways, my wife, my second wife, Roxanne's first sea, a powerful boar. It's hard to distinguish from its surroundings, but it's observing us through the undergrowth. I lock eyes with the animal, and it's almost as if it can sense my attention, for it suddenly takes off. We ride! My world narrows to the nature surrounding us as we follow the boar and escape through the ravine, riding side by side. I can hear the thunder of hooves, dogs barking, and men shouting. Excitement flows through me as we slowly gain on the quarry. We press on. I don't know what kind of wildlife they have in this area, but I do know that Tarim Basin gazelles live in this area. Based on my limited knowledge of the wildlife of the Tarim Basin region as a whole. But I don't know about boars. But I know that it is a killing shot before the arrow even finds its target. As the boar stumbles and falls, we drown out its wails with shouts of victory. A good kill and a good chase. The hunt is drawing to an end. We mount our horses to leave the plains behind as the servants prepare to devour another game for the journey back. Hunts like these are a pure joy. I cannot wait for next year, if I can afford it. So yeah, the plains of Krorän, the plains of Lowland, is the only place that's suitable for hunting. Who in the right mind would want to hunt in the deserts or the drylands out there? Tocharian will soon be performing for the court at Jamalto. It will be a simple request to have him change the performance to be the dedication of Kuti, the target of my affection. Oh, by the way, this other person, she's still here? Porika? She might leave my court. You know what? I'm gonna keep tabs on you. Wherever you may go, I'm still going to seduce you, and you will be mine one day. Anyways, as for Arśi, I mean, I gotta impress her. She is, you know, she is quite a distance away as she lives in that oasis in that court. It will be a bold declaration to the lady. My second daughter, Tarma. Thank you for this royal favor. Thank you for your gift of music. The troubadour's performance is greatly appreciated. I always knew you were a man of impeccable taste. Perfect. Again, you may not like me, but you're gonna be mine one day. Now it's 70% chance of success. Guards drafted for levy. Bandits running rampant. Crud. More county corruption. Fix that issue. And guess what? Every time there's corruption, you lose control. Tisk, tisk, tisk. It happened just like the first episode. The celebrations come to an end and the evening's entertainment seemed to be over when Kutta suggested a reading. A clerk soon arrives, wondering what guests would like to hear. I see my chance to impress her. She is a callous knave. I'm not sure. And she is arrogant, so I don't think spiritual matters. I think she would just prefer to be entertained. East of Indus, just like the first time. Oh god, why didn't I think of that? Awkward interaction, so that lowers it. Just when things are going well. You know, originally I had the perks to be more of a seducer, but I just decided to be more of a schemer. Maybe I ought to go back to seduction. Local communities encourage urban growth. My efforts to improve my relationship with the local Middle Eastern community are bearing fruit. By listening their concerns and working together to improve local conditions, they have in return to help me find ways to bring in resources from near and far for infrastructure projects. Their leaders are often ready to support me and call any sign of discontent from their brother. Together, we will make this land better, stronger, and more prosperous. Because you are currently reinforcing relations with the Middle Eastern community, the quality of this gift is likely better than you had gotten from other Soko communities. Gained significant structural aid from across Silk Road. My god, look at those bonuses. Reduction of gold, piety, and prestige for building costs, and the control growth is 0.9. That's not minor, that's major. That's not major, that's significant. That's tier 3 of this sort of thing. For the next 10 years. So, that means we'll get our control up in no time. And we'll be back on full control in 16 months. Which means if I want to build another building around here, like say I would like to have farms and fields, that's how it's reduced to 24. And I could reduce that more because I would go for this perk next. I just want to find ways to make things cheaper. My agents have made contact with Yildiz, a Suriname. My acquaintance Bag Noor's Casa Bag. With the right incentives, you want to start some whispers about him, not as gracious as he seems. Sympathetic ear to close to him is enough. We just simply want money out of him. So I could use that money to make more money. It's called investment. There is known entity of opinions and wants of my daughter and heir Arjuna. Half of the time she's trying to tell me what to do instead of the other way around. Formidable and aggravating. It's a fine line to walk. If I fail this seduction scheme, well, there's another person to fall back to. I'd rather seduce than marry. Because, again, that's just who he is. And don't have too many lovers at one time. Like all Manichaeans, Bagnur of Charklik shares more with the Father of Greatness, and by extension, and shares with most mortals. If I can only get the Didaskalos to relay some of Bagnur's fears and plans to me. There's no need to increase that further, so that's between him and true knowledge. Gain some piety back. Now or never. Kuti's reactions to my events tell me everything I need to know. The time is going to put my plan in action. Yet, I fear the consequences. Her liege, Yogaraja, and his agents could be hiding in any shadow, listening through any wall. I don't know about you. I mean, I want you because, of reasons. Only because you're from a dynasty. But unfortunately, that's not an inheritable claim as it's unpressed. But, hey, give it a shot. Depths of passion. I need a private place to profess my love for Kuti. But where? It must be away from the prying eyes of servants, courtiers, vassals, and family members alike. All walls are thin, so it needs to be someplace isolated, where few have access or need permission to go. Then a thought strikes me. The old catacombs. After sending a messenger to Kuti, we meet in our secret place, deep beneath the earth, where we can be certain that we are alone. As I begin to describe my feelings to her, she interrupts me with a passionate kiss, one of many to come. Alright. We don't have to always do this down here. And of course I live with her. And you do not want to have adultery going around, so you better marry her immediately. But first, you gotta invite her, because she's your lover. And now, it's your turn. Well, she's a bit shy. It's kind of challenging, and I know she doesn't have a high of opinion towards me. That's another thing. I know I had a history of lashing out, and I apologize to that. But maybe we should just get to know each other a little better, alright? Try to sway her a little bit, just to increase the opinion, and then turn it to a seduction scheme, okay? No need to rush things. Uh-oh. Kamarta Yugarajizra. When the shouting and barking starts, the castle walls of Gemotwana still come close. Before anyone could spot me, I dismount and hide behind some trees by the side of the road. My heart is thundering like a drum as the hunting party gallops past. Hurry! Kamarti Silarakite Kanatganva. What will happen to us now? Oh, crud. Exposed. He has revealed that I am seeing the secret. With the truth spreading like wildfire, our passion may not have been as hidden as we would like to believe. Who are they to judge? Well, I'm a sinner now. And as a sinner, this means you cannot declare a holy war, even though we're Buddhists. Because we have this, so you don't do holy wars anyway. But with you as a sinner, that just lowers the clergy opinion. Particularly this man. Unfaithful, and you view me as unfaithful as well. When I marry her, I'm gonna make her my primary wife, so the other ones don't take it out on me. Well, I know everything about Conte's sword of hair. Do not waste your breath denying it. My second wife, Agnes, reverberates through my bones. It takes everything in my power not to flinch. I cannot take this anymore, Silarakite. You have to make a choice. It's her or me. But the problem is, she is deceitful. She is more than likely to strike me down. So I'll say... I mean, she's already on her way to court, so do what you will. She and I are meant to be. So, we're broken up, and you made things worse. You could divorce her, but... well, just in case. Disrupt schemes, rather than support. In fact, does it cause... let me see. Oh, you're fine. Oh good, now you're here. I mean, it doesn't matter now because you're a fornicator and I'm an adulterer. But hey, at least you like me. Despite the we are what we are. Oh, Kamarti, my little firebrand. To thank and embrace you openly now, with the blessing of both Daka and the people around us, I'm the happiest man alive. Come here, wife of mine. Now I gotta get this woman to like me a little more. Just gonna sway her, and then seduce, and then bring her to court if she leaves, and then make her prepare her wife. My wife, Roger's with child. I should be overjoyed, but she's acting a bit strange. But I cannot shake the feeling that something is wrong. Am I really the father she claims, or she has betrayed our union? I don't think she has any lovers. I know she has friends and enemies. Well, since I'm the man of intrigue, maybe I should look it up. If she is indeed cheating on me, well then, I don't know what the hell's going on anymore. I'll look into this discreetly. It seems my fears have been unfounded. Despite every effort upon my spies, I found no indication that she's been unfaithful. Unfortunately, she's found out about my suspicions. Very disappointing me. God dang it! Of course, I trust you along, dear. Start of the series of fish rumors against Bob. No, none of them are true. So much the crime is the obvious size there. What better ways for someone to have neuron than death? Ooh, a strong hook. That means every time I get to use it, so you demand payment of me. And you can't demand payment again, because this is a loyalty hook, which means it'll be used again in 5 years. And maybe perhaps in 5 years' time, he's going to have to pay up again. So we found our source of income. This man. You've been making some enemies lately. So you better watch your back. Right. Well, his personal life is something. He's an adulterer and he's irritable. He reminds me of a certain character on television who is irritable and has those similar personality traits and is known to be an adulterer. You have declared war against the Guya circuit? For what? For my claim? Really? You're doing this for me? So, that means if you win, the land is mine. And then gets a weak hook on me. I don't know what he'll do with that hook, but I'm gonna be happy as heck. We need to support him because he's got a mighty army. And his allies, none of them are outside the realm. But be careful. He may have many levies, and he's got the Kushi, but he's got Chukunu archers, which these are crossbowmen. They're good against skirmishers and archer cavalry. That really will kill our infantry. So I suggest that we better join the war and help them out, as we are friends. Yes. And since you're doing this for this piece of territory that I used to hold years ago, and I will soon get it back, thanks to you. So yes, you have my soul. The structure will be completed in 25 days, which means we'll be able to defend here. So I suggest you raise the army, which I guess I'll have to lead, even though this man... I'll have to take command again, even though I got imprisoned once. I got imprisoned to a prison wagon and then I escaped, and all that. So, who knows what could happen. So we will stand here and wait for the Uyghur army to come down here, because he has enlarged his army. We know Chinese forces will be coming. It is done. We'll get a little bit more levies, defend our advantage when there's a battle here, and a little bit of that tax. They'll have to go through the mountain pass first. But I think we should get out of here and go join them. While we're at it, who else I haven't bothered yet regarding scheming for hooks? How about those folks over there? Hey, you got the money? Not yet. Remember, you got until December of 880. If you don't make 50 gold by then, I'm gonna make you give it to me. I'm gonna make you broke. I mean, we could fight defend here, but those deadly crossbowmen. And Yi Chao is leading the army. Yeah, we'll be trailing behind. And we'll head to Kumtag together. Just don't let them go anywhere near Krorän. Just take the objective, hold it. There are no buildings here. Famous patissier in town. Has he taken that decision? No, sir. Pastries. To the brash, I've studied the Arśi-Kuči language for many moons. I personally penned this mischief using the Arśi-Kuči script. A letter of friendship from the speaker of Shah's Turkic. I wish for our future diplomatic dealings benefit us both greatly. Remember, this man is my source of revenue now. Because each time, every 5 years, he's gonna have to give me money. So there's no need to make him mad. We need to get to know each other a little better. So, has he learned Arśi-Kuči? Impressive. Send him my regards. I would have the time to learn the language, but I don't want to. I'd rather just keep my own. Well, this is the son of my... There's a word for it. But he's born normal. You know, you got a daughter named Arjuna, which is named after that ace archer from the Mahabharata named Arjun. So, I think I have thought of a name. Okay, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, that's because I just thought of a name. And I saw it on a list of Tocharian names. Give me a moment. I got a perfect name for my son and heir. Just like his daughter, sister, god dang it. His sister, Arjun, his name will be, let me just spell it here. Here. Yudhishthir, yes. Named him after the son of one of the Pandavas, which the Arjun is part of the Pandava clan. And Yudhishthir is the one who's also part of that, and he is the Dharma king. Who knows, maybe he'll be the king of Dharma one day. Like, keep in mind, the Mahabharata is a Hindu script. Is a Hindu scripture. An epic. Not a Buddhist one. Actually, I got it. Bimbisara. Name him after my father. And I know what I'm gonna name my third son. Of course I was names with them. So okay. We'll be taking this fort while the Second Army will cover us. And the Chinese forces are moving upwards, no doubt heading for Kocha. We'll be back under full control soon, and then I want him to train commanders. And hope for the day that we get some talented people. I would spend my money on it, but there's no need for that. Attached to army. Glad we're friends. And I'm glad that soon I will get to have my old land back. Despite we hate each other, but we're still laying each other. Oh, crud. Just only 3 months short. Quick, help me. Just to have a chance. The scheme is exposed. He knows too much. I don't know if we'll make it in 6 months. But we're on our way. Ping. Oh, excuse me. My Sima Kipalavarne has been showing off a promising new recruit. He may not be as noble stock as you, my liege, but on my name, I swear, Aratue is someone you would want on your side. Oh my goodness! A strategist and an organizer. Now, this is the man who should be running the army, and not me. I need to be in court, not leading troops. You're a perfect man for the job. Plus, he can cross rivers and straits without advantage penalties. And it'll cause more enemy fatal casualties should he lead an army in battle. You got it, sir. Now, this is the man who's trained for military matters, not any of you goofs. Are you good at anything? No. You're fired then. You got fired out of your own job. Now this will make a difference maker. He'll be a difference maker. Go forth. Thank goodness I can finally relax in my own home without me getting captured in battle. She was wandering. She went to Shanzal, which is way over there. God dang. Yeah, already scheming. Okay, just a moment. I just made her like me well enough, but can she seduce despite the distance? Well, I may have to swear a little more. If it works. So we need to increase the opinion a little more, and then I will seduce her and she'll be mine. It's the one I want the most more than any other. Would it not be wonderful if Tai Un Yewan owed me, not out of fear, but out of gratitude? If I, for example, were to save him from vicious bandits while I was out traveling. Indeed, vicious bandits like the men currently waiting outside his castle gate. I would charge my guards at the last moment, drive them off, and leaving them with life death to me. Another strong hook. But unfortunately, I'm spending 50 of my gold, and they'll pay some of that back to me. But if he's still alive in 5 years, he's going to pay me another 50. Good. Who's that man up there? Yeah, my army's moving a little faster. Now, cutting cornerstones, just to make the buildings a little cheaper. Almost there, because I'd like to have those crop fields. But you're gonna have to wait a couple more months. God dang it, not again! You screw up for the last time. One day I'm gonna find me a steward, more effective. And every time when we get rid of corruption, there goes the control. Which fortunately, it doesn't take too long to get back under control. It'll take about a year. And a year is nothing in eternity terms. My man is leading the charge now. But look out. But reinforcements will be on the way. Oh gosh. Somebody wants to kill my wife, Raknath. The one who I broke up some time ago. I'm sure we'll find out who soon, sooner or later. 63% now. She is now a guest in Liangzhou. Oh, that's not. She was in Zhanzhou and she moved not too far up. Okay. I'm not giving up on my chase on that woman, you know. I'm gonna switch to temptation focus soon. Don't you worry. All I need is money. Speaking of that, you better have it. So let me do the math here. Okay, that's 2. I'm giving you 1 year. You got 1 year, and then you're gonna have to pay to me. Feels like I'm running a mob here. The more children I have, the better. Yeah, she's a guest and she ain't going anywhere. For now. Until she leaves again. She's like a bird. If you know any metaphors. The Krorän dynasty is known far and wide, so it is now insignificant. So that gives it prestige to start off with. Maximum plus 15 long reign opinion. And I want more children. More children you have, the more renown it'll increase. They are looking to get the objective back. Zhang Yichao's passing. Yichao of Guazhao's heroic leadership will be remembered for generations. Now, however, as he has passed into the afterlife, as a true upholder of Chinese civilization, he led the people of the Guyi circuit to overthrow the Tibetan tyrants and restore their land to the Tang dynasty for decades ago. Alas, there is a power vacuum in the Donghuang region, as some are skeptical about his successors. Though the elite Danhuang clans come to pay their respects at the funeral of the late patriarch of the Zhang clan, whom they served duly. There are rumors that some of these clans are plotting to seize control of the Guyi circuit themselves, without a charismatic leader to guide the people. Will the region succumb to lawlessness and disorder, or will another great hero like Zhang Yichao step forward onto the stage of world history? We live in interesting times, no doubt. Without a strong advocate for Guyi, and an increasingly unstable situation in China, the ruler of the kingdom of Guyi will no longer receive any boons and gifts from the Tang court. So, all these characters now have a press claim for this whole thing. And who is the current ruler of that now? And also they changed the primary title. I mean, it's still there, and now they have this other primary title. See ya. It's ran by Huan Ding Gaoyang. they dispatched the second army to go after them. Good. And I'm the leader of this siege, so if we get this siege before the war is won, then we'll get the money and hopefully some prisoners inside. I got an unpressed claim, thanks to their dumb chancellor. Hold on. Okay. Which means we can expand from Krorän to this way, to more developed country. Only has one holding though, and it's an oasis. That's another Tocharian territory, where we do not have the strength to take them on. Even though he has no allies. He's got light horsemen. But what we do have is allies. Remember that for future reference. They're doing a job. %. That means, yes, we will get this down in 4 months' time. And that means I get the loot. We get the possible prisoners inside of this court of this Sogdian Christian. We could take his wife. We could take his daughter. Or any of those courtiers I may deem important. Unless if I truly care if they're talented or not, then maybe I could invite them to my court. Yes. Still there? Okay. Here's a good chance now. She likes me well enough that she'll be... So all you need is to do your magic. And if you screw up with something, switch to temptation focus. And go for this. Yeah. If I were to send her little guy, how much is it? 15? 50! Aha! Everyone gets naked sometime. The hard part is ensuring that a troop of jugglers enter Ytarimypoy's chambers just at the right time. And there are enough servants to round the spaghetti ensuing chaos. I expect Adi will do anything to prevent me from stoking the flames following rumors. Send in the entertainers. So let's spend prestige. It's manipulation. Right, put your clothes on and pay up to me. Crop fields, here we come. Six months. You got till the end of the year. Another daughter of mine. Silarakite. More children, the more the merrier. I occupy it. We have captured his wife. You'll pay 25. You won't? Oh, you greedy bastard. And his brother-in-law probably won't ransom him either. Hey, are you talented in any way, shape, or form? Yeah. I would love to recruit you. Right. How should I approach Podika? She seems like a reserved individual who prefers silence as a companion. At least that's how she appears on the surface. Who knows what sort of person she is in private? Is she meek and submissive, or perhaps passionate and fiery? I'll soon find out once I have breached her stony exterior. Now I have to decide how to make myself remain in her thoughts after spending some time alone. She's an analytic zealot. Zealot's the same faith as I. Again, she's intelligent and talented. That's why I want her more than anyone else. I'm not sure. But remember, if you screw up, you're going to switch to seduction focus immediately, because I am not given another chance at this. But this approach is a friend, but she's shy. Avoids interacting with other people, but maybe I should be as gallant and charming as possible. I think she has a secret romantic side and prefers ardent lovers. We shall see. I try to create opportunity for a private mode, but the mood for romance doesn't come naturally with her. Even my lack of success, I decided to go for it. Despite the atmosphere not perfect, I leaned in close so I could whisper sweet nothings in her ear before I could say anything. She recalls as if burnt by something and stalks off. I'm uncertain if acts due to inexperience, disgust, or bashfulness. However, I do know that things could have done better. I should rethink my approach. Damn it! Okay, that's it. Just to add more seduce scheme power. Now it's a 50-50 chance, unless improved upon. Wow. A gift of Kuchin the entertainers from Boka. An envoy arrived from Boka today, accompanied by a large entourage. It turns out that he wishes to gift me a large troop of skilled entertainers and slaves from Kuchan. These include musicians, dancers, acrobats, and even beautiful slaves and courtesans. Kuchan is famous as a city of pleasure and leisure, so no one can doubt the skills of the entertainers in this entourage. Gifts of skilled people are common across the prosperous lands of Eurasia and the so-called Silk Road, as they demonstrate the wealth, status, and authority of a ruler like Ytarimypoy. I am, of course, flattered by such a gift, and these Kuchi entertainers will become a valued part of my court, ready to provide entertainment to my courtiers and guests at a moment's notice. What a marvelous and magnificent gift. He gets good renown, and I have exotic Kuchin entertainers. Look at this. Another ruler recently presented a group of skilled entertainers from the famed pleasure city of Kucha to this character, including musicians, acrobats, dancers, courtesans, beautiful slaves, and more. These new members of this character's corps will do much to enhance their new master or mistress status, especially given Kucha's reputation for excellent music and entertainers. So, for the next 10 years, I have +2 diplomacy, +4 scheme power, and court grandeur, which I do not have a royal court of any way, shape, or form. So this is the city of Kusan, which is the Uyghur name of Kucha. This is that area for Kuchian music. Kucha is a renowned city of endless delights. Men from afar dream of visiting its many pleasure houses filled with talented musicians, dancers, and courtesans. As such, Kuchian music has become wildly popular across the world, as far away as the Middle Kingdom. So as long as this county modifier is active, rulers of the county of Kucha have access to special character interactions to present skilled Kuchian entertainers, which is a much more powerful version of present skilled Silk Road entertainers. It gives a little bit more to the holding tax. And you know, one day, as we will fight a war to get this area, and then we will be going after this one next. Thank you very much. But I don't think that helps me with my seduction scheme. No, it does very little regarding scheme power for exotic Kuchian dances. Success chance rather than scheme is probably what you meant by it. This is my third son, I believe. I know that name. I got it. Ashoka. Masoke. I believe that was the Tocharian name. Like Ashoka the Great. Ashok. That's gonna be his name. Boy, you gotta have a creative mind for that sort of thing, huh? Since I'm educated in intrigue, I would be getting that in 2 years, but... And Liege's Spy Master helps it more. And I'm about to regain an old territory that I lost when I was little. We've captured 2 people. So that means, oh yes, pay up. Because he's a landed character. A duke. Cool. Very happy to have this now. Hey, wait a minute. Listen. I know we had our mistakes. And I know opinion of me. You know their old saying, money buys happiness. I doubt it'll work. Because I thought success chance may increase if she likes me more. Oh, reading a good line. Let's see. Analytic zealot. Well, since she is a religious person, I would say something pious like modern philosophy. I think she wants to hear about religion. That's got to be her thing. Oh, god dang it. Not again. Why do I have such bad luck? They hired mercenaries. We're all going to take care of that. 99% war score. And then Kumtag will be mine again. Bad, bad, bad. Think we should back off and retry that scheme. So got a weak hook favor on me. Is my liege. So whatever it is, he can't change my feudal contract because it's been recently changed some years ago. Now, Kumtag has no control. We got 100% control. Send it there. It'll be 4 years till we get this fully under control. And that means I'm gonna have to start investing in this here. And this was Tocharian land, so one day I will promote that culture if we can get a much more talented person. So if this fails, you better back off. Because I don't want to have another, thing. Because I want her because of her good head on her shoulders. It's just her damn shyness is the issue. Yipe. Well, can't go after her again. That's it. I'm gonna make her come over here. Gonna fabricate a hook on her. It's like, okay, I'm done playing nice here. You are coming to the court, and you're gonna be my wife, and you're gonna like it. Cannot believe I'm saying such things as a person. What the hell am I doing with the temptation focus then? Other than increased fertility, which is fine. And it's not going to be until 879 that I better switch back to wealth just to get these two. Or do this because monthly income per stress level, since I'm a bit prone to stress. Okay, good. That reminds me. Anybody else want to pay? $174. Oh, and another thing. Hey, it's time to pay. And one day I'm gonna get your land. That's rightfully belong to Tocharians. Dang you, mates. You've got a lot of money now, more than you could ever dream. And our good source of income is not finished yet. Just like other children his age, my son and heir Ytarimypoy sometimes lies and tests boundaries. However, he often avoids suspicion with his sweet demeanor, and people always forgive him when he does get caught. Wonder how much he gets away with. I'll keep an eye on this one. I cannot believe I'm going to be fabricating a hook on a woman. And this isn't about money. It's about, hey, you're going to owe me a favor. You're going to come to Krorän, and you are going to stay here permanently as my forefather. And I will make you a primary wife because of your talent. I don't want you because of your body. I want you because of your intelligence. Anyways, my spies informed me about a hunter causing a ruckus at a local tavern. The man has been spending large amounts of gold and bragging loudly about a great deal he struck with a fancy lady in pearls and silk. Apparently he drew a map of the local plains for an unknown noblewoman. The spies think the lady must be scheming against me or one of my subjects. I'll just say thank you for bringing this to my attention. Hostile scheme resistance. In case there's somebody that wants to get rid of me, because I know I made a lot of people mad recently. Reputation for underhandedness. Spy master. Who's there? Now somebody wants to kill my wife and lover because she's a fornicator, right? What if it's my primary wife is the one? That could be reasonable. "100 spirits. Last night I had a strange dream and I am not sure what to make of it. In a dream, I was in a twisted version of my home where the rooms were dark and not lit at all. I saw many figures appear in my house. Their pale faces were serenely neutral. They all began to dance, quietly, mysteriously, and somehow beautifully in an eerie way. I counted exactly 100 people as I wandered into this crowd. When I came to the last person, he told me in a pleasant but tired voice as he slowly danced with me, 'Thank you for hosting us. We are 100 spirits. We will not cause any trouble.' I woke up early in the morning, and on instinct, I walked over to my window. Outside, on the edge of the horizon, as the sun was rising, I thought I saw some moving lights. Before I could count them, however, they vanished. Maybe I'm seeing things. But that dream? What was that? Now listen, I've done some bad things in my life. But I'm not a forgiving person. What? Who tells me to qualify things that are considered bad? But remember, I cannot break up with this one. I cannot divorce my wife because allies, and I need them to expand to up there. That'll be coming in the future. You got a very good commander now. Could petition my liege with something, but no need for that right now. Got plenty of money. Okay, I'll spend on something big next time. I'm not going to invest my money into Kumtag just yet, because it's not yet fully under control. And plus, the crop fields aren't finished yet. I currently have 7 children, and soon there's going to be child number 8 and 9. I'd like to have a lot more children as possible, just to increase the renown game due to living members. God, not again with this. Not again with this. That stupid steward of mine. Now I got twin sons. Okay. That's interesting. Nyate and Sutate. Those are twin-sounding names. My goodness, so many sons. Horege, a commoner from Good Line, is a complicated woman. No kidding. I need to understand her well as possible and to convince people to take my side in any upcoming arguments. My intrigue challenge gets. I'll learn about her. Excuse me. Just to add a little bit. It's a tip and trick thing. I will soon uncover the truth of her. People describe Purike as both thoughtful and loathsome, which tells you more about the relationship with animals. Also, a curious number of people mention how she often puts her hand on her heart as she talks about trade routes. I'm sure this information will be useful. After all, she's in the stewardship, despite the fact she's a Zai and Zealot monk. Which she must be my wife! I love her more than life itself. More than any other. It's like, yeah, I kind of love this woman, and I love another, and then there's this other person, and we had a nasty breakup, and now I found truly the one. There's the evening meal. How do you like the stew, my lord? Mixed in with pieces of vegetables are fatty chunks of meat. The stringy texture interrupted what looks to be short, sparse fur. When asked about the ingredients, my private cook only smiles. Only wishes to serve you. Well, you are honest. I wonder. Yeah, she thinks she can keep a secret from me. Ignorance might be bliss, but I need to know. I gotta know things. So, 75% chance I manage to sneak and cajole my way into the kitchen. And I'll gain a small amount of intrigue lifestyle experiences. But a 25% chance she manages to keep a recipe a secret. Just to make damn sure for future reference. If I feel like chasing women again. As I enter the kitchen, it lies dark and empty, the air heavy with smoke. In a corner, I find Adriana's cookbook covered in stains. When cooking liver, it has been noted that excessive beer consumption can significantly lower the quality of the organ. The cold feelings as much as I turn on the page. However, when cooking, younger children beneath the age of... My God! I ain't gonna be no cannibal. I'm not a vengeful, sadistic kind of person. I'll just say, throw her ass into the dungeon. I could dismiss it as a way of... I mean, it'll cost you prestige if you were to do that. Or she can just run the dungeon and die then. Let me see you other people. Oh, I kind of need you over here. Because, I noticed your intrigue skill's pretty high. So I thought that might be of some use. Prowess ain't good enough. Pet spoon? This man's about to die. Sogdian Zoroastrian. Don't think he particularly likes me. Hey, we need more lackeys in the army anyway. So he can come in. As for you, you're under house arrest. Because I thought someone might pay you on your way out, but I don't think that'll be the case. Watch your step now, Kaldroma. New appointment for you. You may be an old man, and your health is fine. It's just you'll be far more useful to me as my Gila spy master. We still haven't found someone better yet. Actually, give it a chance. Recruit male courtier. I've been introduced to a local man who goes by the name of seduce Yarkhan. I'm in need of talented people in my court. Do you see what I'm looking for? Not quite, but he's welcome here. Anyone is welcome here. Just need more people in my life, alright? Flooded ruins. I was journeying through my realm when my companions and I came across some old stone ruins. Interestingly, these ruins were partially submerged under a river flowing through that area. Still, one finds old ruins all the time, so we thought little of it and rested there for a while. When we were about to leave, one of my guards noticed something and pointed ahead. Apparently by the ruins, there was a ceramic urn sticking out of the water, and it was against the submerged walls of the ancient structure, underneath what seemed like a statue of a carving of sorts. A couple of my guards went over to investigate, and lo and behold, they found some gold coins inside her. As I stood on the shore, observing this all, the guards hollered at me, asking if we should take this small treasure. So I don't know if they're talking about this river that flows into this side of Lop Nor, or that river that flows here. It could be anything. But knowing me, I would say, though a tiny amount, the coins will look nice in my treasury. So it's just a small amount. We gained a big one. We hit the jackpot. Once I reach 500 gold, I'm going to spend on something big. You're gonna be coming to me soon, Purika, and I'm gonna make you my fourth and soon-to-be first and primary wife. Because of your skill, not for your body. A daring rescue. Would it not be wonderful if Purika owed me not out of fear, but out of gratitude? For example, if I would save her from vicious bandits while she was out shown. Indeed, vicious bandits like the men currently waiting outside Cascade. I would charge in my guard at the last moment, drown them off, and leave her life death to me. This is going to be a strong hook. But oh, she may not like me for this. It's like it says, you again? What? Just do it! I'm not here for your money. Which one day, you're going to have to repay me that money. But no, I want you over here. I'm going to make you an offer you cannot refuse, Purika. You have returned. You're going to be my wife no matter what. Made adulterous advances. Yeah, you may have been repulsed by my advances, but now you're going to become my primary spouse. I know she's going to resent me for it. She's spurned. But look up here. Just for assist ruler in general. So you still got two, but you add up a little bit of stewardship and intrigue and learning. There you go. Happy with that now. I only wanted you because of your intelligence. That is it. And then in 5 years' time, I'm gonna need my money back from you. You are such a bastard. Thank you very much. Now let's go back to scamming people. Or whatever. Brother-in-law, you converted your culture. So, you could say I'm done chasing women, but hey, having more children helps. Well, say I have 10 children. Heck, even my half-sister has changed her culture to Havana, Kotene Saka, also known as. Stop. We gotta reinforce relations. Shall I try Middle Eastern again? But since we're gonna be expanding to there soon. And I fear that man's gonna be looking for allies sooner or later, but I will say go for the steppe peoples. As a reminder, this increases the chance of receiving gifts to special soldiers. Character modifiers improve scheme power and advantage in battles. And unlock the decision to recruit steppe warriors. So, yes. Now I decided to reinforce relations with the steppe communities in my realm. These northern nomads are feared by some and admired by others. With their mighty bows that never fail to miss and their horses that thunder across the steppe, few who doubt their abilities. Associating these steppe warriors means others will respect me too. It'll cost you another 15 gold for this. Now that I've been networking with the local steppe communities, well, I wonder if some of their feared warriors will be willing to fight under my banner. Their skills in horsemanship, archery, hand-to-hand combat, and other forms of fighting, as well as deep knowledge of strategy, tactics, and logistics, could help me in my wars. So we'll have 300 of their men come over. Better they fight for me than against me. Few will ever doubt the ferocity and might of the warriors from the steppes, who fearsomely combine ruthless courage, skills in horsemanship, and a variety of weapons, and shrewd cunning to defeat their foes. A mere mention of these galloping horses is enough to strike fear into the hearts of many across the Silk Road. I am fortunate that the local steppe community is agreeable towards me. In fact, I managed to convince a number of them to volunteer to serve in my armies. Now my enemies will tremble before me. So here it is. Here's your special soldiers. Will be inherited on succession. So, which means we have 100 levies, 100 light horsemen, and 100 horse archers. Just to complement the light footmen. And it don't cost nothing in terms of maintenance. And we will use them one day to get this land. It's time. Pay up. See you in 5 years, sucker. And now next year, you too. I was about to say, it's about to be finished, so wait one. And the income really helps. There's only one more building you can construct. But you know, there are more developed lands out there where you can get better sources of income out there. So I'll be spending less and go for military camps, just to add a little bit of damage for our skirmishers, which we do have. This is for hide tents. A new flame. Over the years, I have received a great deal of portraits from various noblemen, both foreign and local. Until now, they have mostly gathered dust in Semanik. Perhaps I should bring them out and select my next romantic pursuit. Well, I was picky back then, but I'm married to all four. Some hate me, some don't. But it's a wonder how this wife of mine who hates me the most, but she is terrified of me. That's the part they missed. All because of my dread, because I am the Legion's spy master. That's why nobody dares to mess with me. So I could picture myself as someone new, so I'll bring out the portraits. Ah, Begum Sari, the wife of Beg Butch of Karabas. Might she be the one? I mean, she looks... I mean, all in all, she's a Kipchak, a strumpet, lustful. No, she looks good for a Turkic woman, even though, oh, that man is a treacherous ravener, which I fear he might know something. I did say I'm done chasing women, but you know what? By putting on a favorite, I mean put it on that just for future reference. Now, Countess Karachik, the wife of Serchan of Agarik, sent me a parcel with 5 portraits. They all look the same. She's a Kyrgyz, another Turkic woman. Generous, arrogant, just. It's funny. Oh, somebody must have. Oh, they really like each other. So, I would say, not really. I'll just say, no thanks, put it in the left pile. Now, Chiefess Chilin, the wife of Chieftain Sirchan of Kelly, sent me a parcel of 10 portraits. Now, this girl, 29, bisexual, fickle, diligent, and arrogant. Now, fickle part, hostile, scheme, resist, so that won't work if you want to get a hook on her, for whatever reason. What's up with me and Turkic women? Anyways. And she has a plush and exotic carpet. Nah, no thanks. Okay, this is Bekavati Garmasan, the wife of Bekavati Paramesha Bhaktapur. Attached a very long and humble letter to her portrait. At the very end, she urges me to write back soon. But only if you exceed a height of 6 feet. Huh? Oh, she's a court physician. Already pregnant. Calm, chaste, callous. No, thank you. What about Begum Chiltanesi, wife of Beg Bonyak of Digilin. She's widely known as a very thoughtful woman. I heard she could be quite abhorrent. For what? For her job as court physician? Life reaffirmed. Only has 1 child, so that's probably less experienced. But unfortunately, chastity ain't gonna do around here, so nope. Just throw another pile. Rutaka. I forgot this was in here. The portrait of Begum, the wife of Begum of Tumar. Sent me leaves very little to imagination. Nothing, to be frank. So, I see a naked portrait of her. A Kimak. Gluttonous, so she eats a lot. But she is lustful. Imagine. For a girl who likes to eat, she looks pretty fit. So, it's a keeper. I found my favorite. Ah, Amir Keltye. Wife of Kalasha. How many times do I have to go through with this? So, she is a Pashtun. So, an Afghan woman. An Afghan wearing Indian clothing, obviously, because she's a Hindu. Gluttonous, sadistic, but calm. Mothered many children. No, because the guide did her many times. Now, this is Sadidva Jumla. Is posing with a little adorable dog. She has a dog? Or is it this man's dog? Temperate, zealous, fickle. Eek. 32. No. Okay. Really? Oh, single this time for once. She's widely known to be a very impressive woman. Also, Archie would be quite loathsome. She is ambitious just like me, but it is sinful in Hinduism. Sadistic but temperate. Yeah, that's a keeper. So I picked these two women here. So they just keep going at random until you get in the pile. So her and her. Oh, by the way, put hers. If I wish to chase, but it's doubtful. So put down the pile. That was exhausting, but strangely addictive. Now I have made my selection. I bring my quill and write some pretty verses. My goodness. It's like you could just do it for her. So yes, the Kipchak, the Punjabi, and a Kimak. 2 Turkic women and 1 Indian woman. North Indian. So I will say they're all worthy of my poetry. So they'll be all thrilled about this. So everyone whose portrait I kept grows closer to forming an intimate relationship with me. So it gains 20 opinion, particularly her. But there's a 9% chance that my plan backfires of everyone whose portrait I kept that they'll be repulsed by my advances. Take a drink. To the fearless Kamarta, roses upon your cheeks are the balm for my weary soul. For I would be blessed if I could feel your lips touch mine, that I may know the warmth of your embrace. How I long for you. Ah, excellent. You know, she lives way too far away from me. So a chance of that. Plus, she's already married, so I don't know. What I could say is excellent. And this one from Bigamume. A touch of your hand is the wings on which I ascend to heaven. I have no other desire but to feel your lips touching mine, that I may know depths of your love. You and I together is what makes the sun move in the sky. Yeah, the great blue sky. Look, I'm just looking at for example. Despite the lustful, but distance is the issue here. So I could say is excellent. And finally, the Indian. The touch of your hand is like pretty nice pebbles which I could only watch you sleep, so I may know if your prowess carries off the battlefield. You and I together is what makes the sun move in the sky. And this one who is single, that one's also no chance because of distance. It's always with the distance. But hey. Just for future reference. If I feel like chasing more women. And alas, that's going to be the end of this episode. Which, man, he's quite an interesting person. He has 10 children. And there is a possibility of a couple more coming in future, if he wants to, which sooner or later which sooner or later we're going to start expanding territories again. I'm going to go up there, and then soon I'm going to be collecting another 50 gold from him, as long as he doesn't spend big. And then get more money from this person. And around 400 or 500 gold I'm going to be spending, and this is going to happen in the next episode. I'm going to patronize the Mogao Cave. Something for my dynasty. So. Yeah. One of these days I gotta break up with her if I feel like chasing all these good-looking ladies. But still, I'm sure there are going to be other things that'll be coming in the next episode, in addition to territorial expansion, while we get this one under control, and soon have a investment just to make the lands that I control grow stronger. So we hope you people have enjoyed this episode. This series is starting to get good in a way, getting interesting in such a way. But we'll see you in the next episode. And until then, so long for now.